an all-timer on the channel. We spend a lot of time going over her videos. It's fucking Kaitlin Bennett. She's filled with poop. She's just filled with it to the brim. This is Kaitlin, gun girl from Kent State. This is her video called "No Longer an Atheist: My Journey to Faith." This is pretty much the natural progression of a right-wing grifter. Is you slowly have to adopt more of the bullshit that comes with them, or you're kicked out of the group because they're grifters. That's what they have to do to survive. They're like those what are those little fishies that glom onto the side of big dogs, big whales in the ocean, and they kind of just like coast off the side of one of the. That's what Kaitlin Bennett is. She's an eel. She's an eel person, and that's all she ever will be. But she'll be it's a lucrative gig. So she'll be an eel with a nice backyard. Well, sort of. Is this one of those statues that is this? Okay, this is actually a trick of the camera. She's watched Citizen Kane. If you guys don't know, Citizen Kane led the groundwork for foreground, midground, and background shots in modern cinema. This is actually a forced perspective shot. This isn't in the yard. This isn't a huge statue of Mary in Kaitlin Bennett's backyard. This is actually forced perspective. It's actually really close to the camera, and it's about 30 inches tall, and it's one of those 3D printed statues that Maizelbub is peddling on the Christian QBC YouTube channel. Anyway, this is her showing everybody that she's no longer an atheist. Also, I think she's breeding. I think she's pregnant. I'm not sure, though, but I think they said they were going to try to breed, which is just fucking wild to me. But, yeah.
A lot of you may be shocked to hear this, but for the last 3 years you've been watching my videos, I was an atheist. But that's not the case anymore.
Because her husband has been a hardcore Catholic fascist the whole time. Like, super big-time Catholic fascist, if you guys didn't know about that. I believe he blocked me on Twitter a while ago because I was asking specifically why he thought that... I'm sorry, he's not a fascist, per se. He's more of an open, and this is not a joke, Kaitlin Bennett's husband openly on Twitter, and you can look this up if you look up the Liberty Hangout Twitter, openly he has said that he is pro-monarchy and wanted Donald Trump to basically be king, which is odd because my dead dad, who's dead and not alive, once said he wanted George W. Bush to be king of America until he, quote, I believe, well, we're going to loose quotes. He's dead. Fuck it. We'll say quote. Until, quote, you can't fact check this. My dad said verbatim. He definitely said the George Bush. He wants George Bush to be king, and I think the quote was until the man goes senile or something to that effect. Like basically, just do it until he can't like fulfill the duty. And my argument at the time was, it's already happened. He can't fulfill the duty. So, but whatever. He was very anti-Obama. I wonder why. My racist dad was anti-Obama. Don't know why that happened.
I want to open up to you guys about my journey.
Dude, Maizelbub hopefully made a good commission off this sale. It's loud. Oh, they're doing like a whole thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at these lawn ornaments. We went to Home Depot and we got some lawn ornaments of Jesus. This is how you know we're Christian. Did they put this Jesus in the middle of a walking path? Why is he such a little man? This is a tiny Jesus statue. It's a weird place. Like, is that a philosopher? Is that just some guy? No, that's a saint. I thought this was like fucking like maybe that's Aquinas. I don't know. Maybe this is Aquinas actually. Oh, they're all looking at Mary. Oh, Jesus is worshiping Mary. Oh, they're Catholics. St. Peter, St. Paul. You guys don't know. Just shut up. You guys don't know stuff about saints. Oh, I genuinely thought this was going to be a shot where a title popped up. I mean, to be fair, it still could be. It really still could be. Fuck! Oh, no, they're doing a whole thing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. That's too perfect. Oh, God. What is this, like? Have you guys ever seen a war movie? This looks like the beginning of Band of Brothers. Have you seen the credits to Band of Brothers? Can I even do that? Band of Brothers intro? I don't even know. Yeah, this. Here, I'm gonna first of all, we'll do this and we'll make it go really fast. We'll make it go real fast, but you'll get it. You'll understand. We're just gonna, like, HBO presents. Look at this. Same shit, just with religious iconography. You know what I mean? Like, it's not different. I'm trying to evoke something, and you can hear the music. Like, shut up. Stop trying to make me feel stuff. This makes me feel nothing. Except disgust.
Being an atheist is not what most people think it is. At least it wasn't for me. Most of you probably think that people are atheists because they want to do whatever they want and have no consequences. If you don't believe in God, His commandments, sin, or hell, then you don't have to worry about living a sinful lifestyle or feeling guilty for your actions.
Is she going to defend atheism properly in her I converted to Catholicism for my husband video?
This was not the case for me. Everything
She was one of the good ones, Chad.
I'm about to tell you is, of course, from my own experience and my perspective.
Some of those atheists could be dog
Being
shit.
an atheist was one of the most terrifying things I ever put myself through.
Really?
And I did it for more than a decade. Because I was so ignorant and uninformed, I feared what it would mean to go to hell. When I started doubting God and religion at around 12 years
She did a terrible job. Never mind. Really terrible job. Anakai, your sub ended. No, but you have a Prime badge right next to your name. I know a way that you can fix this. I figured it out. I figured it out. I think we're good.
old, it came from a place of disbelief at the stories in the Bible and also being scared of hell and Satan. It was easier for me
Raven.
to just
Appreciate
reject it all if it meant not taking seriously the possibility of burning in hell or the reality of Satan.
Okay. I have a question. I know Kaitlin won't talk to me, but I would love to talk to Kaitlin about this. Xenon Exmer, thank you so much for getting the sub to Anakai. Appreciate you, bud. I would love to ask her this question. And Kaitlin, of course, open invitation for a chit chat. Although, you know, I can't imagine you saying yes to that. I would love it though. So I'm an atheist. Many of you may know this. Because, you know, I really wanted to fedora tip there and try to say something super smug because that's the atheism thing. But it's just like, really the answer is like, I just don't believe it. None of it's been compelling. What I wanted to say, though, and what I would have said, I would have pulled the trigger on this in like 2012. I want to say because I'm smarter than you and then smile at the camera. It was a joke, though. I didn't do it. I did end up saying it, but I didn't do it with a shitty smile at the end like this. Because I'm smarter than you, and I would have said it just like that, but I didn't. We lost that. Really, what the idea is, it's just not compelling. Magnetar, thank you so much for the Prime, and it makes me feel intellectually superior. But that's kind of a meta joke on how the YouTube skeptic sphere ended up turning into a bunch of chuds because they were right about one thing, so they thought they were right about everything else, which is obviously the dumbest fucking position you can have. But anyway, well, dong. Yeah, it really is just not compelling. You believed in hell? Are we glossing over the part where Kaitlin Bennett said, I was an atheist because I was afraid of hell? That doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. What do you mean? You didn't believe in Santa Claus because you were worried about getting coal in your stocking? Like, the threat of that is what you were like, no. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm an adult with ADHD and probably some other stuff to unpack. I get stun locked by having to do adult things all the time. You know what I mean? Like paying a bill. God, it just looms over me. I could fix it like that. But man, the idea of paying the bill irks me out. So I slowly had to convert over to auto pay to on some bills to alleviate me forgetting and like kind of pushing it off on its own on purpose. So like, I'm not perfect, you know, Kaitlin, that's fine. I'm not perfect. But hell, if you're an atheist, I'm just surprised that it didn't extend to hell? Okay, let's keep going.
But that did not make my fears of those
Happy to help, Stradoodle.
two things go away. The most memorable fear I had was dying. The thought of my death terrified me.
Okay.
Did I really live just to be put in the ground?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no. You could be put in lots of different places. Some people go into mausoleums. Some people get burned. Some people are devoured by sharks in the ocean, never to see the light of day again, to be shit out onto the ocean floor, into the dark abyss below us. You know, not everybody gets buried, Kaitlin. Not everyone's going into the ground.
Is my whole existence.
What happened to the rest of her shirt? Oh, she's doing it. This is a okay, I didn't want to say anything because I'm not the most fashionable person in the whole world. Don't get me wrong. Like, I wear hoodies and basketball shorts, so we're throwing stones in this glass house as hard as we can, okay? She looks like a fucking wine mom, like from the early 2000s, dude. Does this bitch have a toe ring on? Look, glass houses, my walls are shattering, okay? I'm a hypocrite, but that's fine. I can't fix my own problems, but I can sure point out hers. And this, wearing a toe ring, like, I'm wearing a corn suit right now. I understand the irony of me saying this, okay? Don't think it's lost on me, person who's angrily watching this right now because you simp for this woman. But let's be real. If she was holding a Zima and this was in 360p on standard definition, she would not look out of place, okay? That's for my 90s kids.
It's going to end with worms eating my brain. And the worst part was thinking, what would my family endure after death? Would I really...
Okay, look, I'm just going to toss this out there. This is mean, but it's true. When Kaitlin Bennett dies, okay, when she dies, right, hopefully of old age, I don't wish anything ill on her, no one's going to be like, damn, we lost a great one. You know what I mean? No one's going to, like, her eulogy is not going to be, yeah, and she was well known as a good person. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like people that are obligated to be there. You know what I mean? Tell you what, live your life in a way, this is the best life advice I could give you. Live your life in such a way that people feel compelled to go to your funeral out of some form of, like, remembrance, okay? People should want to go to your funeral, okay? That's how you should live your life. And I don't care if it's like 50 people or 5 people, right? The people that are there should not desperately, but like actually want to be there to pay respects or because they loved you or whatever. They should want to go. Nobody, it will all be like, oh, did you hear Kaitlin Bennett died? Shit, do we have to go to that? You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those, dude. You know it.
really never see them again? Unknown to my 12-year-old brain, rejecting the goodness of God's light for the sake of trying to minimize my fears of hell would lead me to exacerbate my anxieties and fears surrounding this topic. You see, what would always occupy my mind was the question, what if I'm wrong? And that is
Pascal's wager in 2021? Tail end, too. We're almost at 2022, and she's going to Pascal's wager this shit? Bro, YouTube atheism is coming back, dude. I'm thundering back. Don't call it a comeback.
is an uncomfortable feeling to live with as a teenager and young adult. I firmly believe that anyone who proudly boasts their atheism is trying to convince themselves that they're right, not the people they're boasting to.
Oh, okay. So I've only ever, do you want to know my desires behind like saying that God isn't real and he isn't, and that the Bible is not true? It isn't. And at best, it's like just a cool document that lets us see this fascinating religious sort of life cycle in the Middle East over a course of like 1,000 years or something like that. I say it because I would like my fellow humans that are living right alongside me, like the Earth is a car. And not many of us get to drive it. Most of us are passengers. Many of us aren't wearing seatbelts. Okay? And it's not always true that the people driving the cars are, like, good at it. You know? I have to live among you people. I feel like I would like the people that live with me in this car, this spaceship hurtling through space that we're all taking turns driving blindly. I would love it if you knew how some of it worked. You know what I mean? Like, what? You wouldn't put someone in a car and they were like, what is that? And you're like, that's the steering wheel. And they're like, oh, well, I'll learn that, at some point down the drive, but not right now. It's like, oh, fuck. That's not good. If we're in the car, let Jesus take the wheel. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't think Jesus should take the wheel because Jesus isn't a person that exists, right? You don't want the wheel of the car to not be held. The car metaphor was on purpose. The Jesus take the wheel thing I knew was going to happen. That's on purpose. You want a person to be in charge of the car. So really, it's not about feeling real superior or anything. I do. But I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't have to feel like I'm a little bit smarter than the next person. I shouldn't have to feel this way. You want to know, I spent the last 5 hours high, okay? I intentionally stopped smoking weed to stream tonight. I was high for 5 hours today. I took an edible because we went to the weed store, and I thought it wasn't going to be that big a deal. It's kind of lasted a while, and then we smoked a little bit of this joint, you know what I mean, in celebration. And I was like, yeah, I could smoke a little bit at noon, or whatever it was, or 4. It was 4. But like, no big deal. Dude, I was high all day today. I'm not a super bright guy all the time, okay? I could put some words together. I really don't think that I should be someone that people go, oh, that guy's bright. When I think of him, I'm like, oh, I think smart. And like, people say that about me from time to time. Some people say the total opposite, but that's fine. You know what I mean? They're usually DGGers. Atheist Brody, thanks for 300 biddies. Yeah. So I'm just saying, if I can get it right in a logical way, I feel like other people should be able to get it right. That's my bar, right? It's not about feeling superior, dude. It's about wishing that the rest of us would just be on a similar page. Of course. It was all about her.
And that comes from experience. Even though it scared me, I had always heard that if you reject God to your friends, then He will reject you from heaven. Well, I had already done that, so why would I stop?
It doesn't make any sense. She's saying she's an atheist, but she believed in all of the trappings of Christianity the whole time. Come on, dude. This is like a lying. This is a lying grifter person. There's no way. There's just no way. She knows that often people say this. You know what I mean? Like, what this is a right-wing grifter being very aware that this is stuff that, like, Christian apologists say. Oh, you were never really a real atheist. You were just afraid of God's wrath. Super common thing, especially, like, because I went through this whole thing. I was at the forefront of YouTube atheism along with the other group of, like, 20 people, right? I was there, dude, all the time. The Ray Comforts of the world, who had to send me an apology basket at one point with pears in it. Like, all the time. Oh, you're just, you know God exists in your heart of hearts, but you are avoiding His wrath, but you won't be able to on Judgment Day. And it's like, bro, it's just not true. That's it. That's the whole thing. But,
Unfortunately for me, I did not grasp the depth and beauty of what Jesus' death meant for people like me. I truly had no understanding whatsoever of His mercy, His sacrifice, and ultimately His forgiveness until now. When I would get mobbed on college campuses by hundreds of liberals, I would constantly have anti-Christian remarks hurled at me. The students would accuse me of being a Bible thumper, a stupid Christian, and you get the point.
You are! What do you mean? You said you believed in all of those things, but you were, like, shrugging it off for some reason, right? Like, the whole argument wasn't that, oh, I didn't believe these things. You just weren't practicing. You were like, not to bring this to D&D, Christmas Day is live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. But it's like living in a D&D universe where gods actually exist, and you know they exist, or World of Warcraft, or whatever, any fantasy thing with gods in it, knowing they exist, and then going, nah, I'm an atheist. That's what you are acting like is the case. where like we have direct evidence every day of God's grace and love. No, we don't. That's not a thing. Can we speed her to 125? You're probably right, actually. Let's try it. Let's try 1.5. See what it sounds like.
But when I would tell them I'm actually an atheist, they would be shocked and almost seem a little more accepting of me. One time, a guy actually backed off from berating me in a mob of 400 people when I shared that information about myself, and it did not make me feel good at all. How could I possibly align with people who treat others with no dignity? I was actually so embarrassed of myself that I would make sure those parts never made it into the final video that was released to you all. Even when I was an atheist, I
Oh, weird. She edited content.
always believed in right and wrong, and good and evil. One issue I've always been very passionate about is that I'm anti-abortion. I've always recognized that every human life is sacred, but cannot justify my position without God. It seems so obvious to me that some actions in this world are blatantly evil, but how could I say this if there was nothing in the universe to decide what's absolutely right and wrong?
I'm pro-abortion, and I could make a decent case for anti-abortion. The only thing that you have to concede if you're anti-abortion and a secular person is that you have to understand that you have a different definition of when life begins and to what degree you give a shit about life existing at all. But really, my argument is, why is the existence of life more important to you than the quality of life? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Raging, thanks for following. If you're a Christian, you have no biblical support for anti-abortion. They use the 10 Commandments. They use thou shalt not kill. That's pretty much all it is. Yeah, she cuts out the parts that make her look dumb. Surprised.
If, in the end, nothing matters, then why would it matter right now?
Actually, she doesn't, dude. Every Kaitlin Bennett video is just her getting owned the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, even her best content, the stuff that she puts out, it's just her getting owned.
I battled with those feelings internally, wondering if I truly believe there's no God, why do I feel so ashamed for saying it out loud? It's because the truth about God, Jesus, and our creation is written on our hearts for us to search for him and ultimately end up finding the truth that is so apparent if you just seek it.
Huh. Okay.
I'm sure many of you are asking what made me convert. I'm sure you can guess that the answer isn't that I had a magical experience that just changed my mind one day and I've been blessed ever since.
Okay.
Instead, it started years ago with my incredibly devout Catholic husband.
Wow, I'm surprised.
We married in the Catholic Church in 2020.
I said it earlier, but I'm surprised. Pretend I'm surprised, Jen.
Because he wanted to make sure our marital vows were sealed by Christ and fulfilled through the sacrament of holy matrimony. I had no idea how important that was back then, but I'm so thankful today that
I love the idea of her saying, I'm going to be 100% honest. When I got married, did not take it seriously. Didn't take it seriously at all. That's an awesome admission from Kaitlin Bennett. That's fucking hilarious to me.
he ensured that happened. Over the next year, I would continue to reject religion altogether until he asked me to attend Mass with him for probably the 500th time, and I begrudgingly agreed. Now, if you've ever been to a Catholic Mass,
I have.
You might understand what I mean when I say I had a lot of questions about the faith and the traditions of Catholicism.
The traditions. Bro, can we just say what it is? It's a death cult ritual. It really is. Catholics are on another fucking level, dude. Like, I know the Baptists are bonkers, but, like, the traditions, the rituals of Catholics is gross to me. Like, it's actually gross. Catholicism is oddly the more progressive of the two, except they believe in, like, actual transmutation. I don't know if some people realize this. I found out, and I was surprised. Like, oh, drink the body of Christ, and you can take a sip. They think that's actually blood. But, every time I talk to a Catholic, they're like, it's not actually blood in the physical sense. It's blood in the, I don't know what word they use. It's metaphysical or something. It's like spiritual blood, kind of. It's really weird. Transubstantiation. Yeah. Not transmutation. That's a school of magic in D&D. Christmas Day is 6 p.m. every Thursday, Eastern time. Pascal's wager fails from the start. If I lose nothing if I believe in him. Yeah. Pascal's wager is shit. Thank you for the biddies. You drink spirit blood? I drink gender fluid. Licking it up.
So I started asking them, Then I would ask the same questions to many of my non-Catholic and even non-Christian friends. For months, I would just ask an incredible amount of questions and realized I literally knew nothing about Christianity. Of course, I rejected it for years. How could I accept something that I didn't realize I knew nothing about? The more I learned about the truth, the more the lens that I saw the world through changed. One of the defining moments where I realized I was wrong was learning that pride was the worst of the 7 deadly sins.
What? Come on, bro. Okay.
Pride Month has always been toxic, predatory.
Oh, fuck. Pride Month. Oh, shit. I didn't think she would. Of course she did, right? God, I'm not a good right-wing grifter. I thought she meant, like, pride in herself. Nope, she was not pointing this at herself. Yeah. She was talking about, like, Pride Month. Okay.
And perverted, even from a secular point of view.
It's perverted from a secular point of... What is perverted about? That's amazing. Has she been to a Pride? It's so weird how people who haven't been to Pride think it's like about fucking the whole time. It's like, I've never seen that shit.
It is not a coincidence that a lifestyle ingrained in depression, suicide, sinful behavior, and regret is given the title of the most deadly sin and then forced down our throats by every major corporation and social media platform and then targeted.
Some people like things forced down their throats, Kaitlin.
To child audiences.
Okay, and we call them bottoms or subs, and we appreciate them.
It doesn't happen by coincidence. Now, I'm sure you all want me to get to the story of what was the turning point in my life that really brought me to where I am. Right after we renewed our wedding vows in St. Augustine earlier this year, we arrived home to find my 5-year-old kitty, Halsey, acting strange and throwing up.
Your cat?
Long story short, Halsey ended up in the emergency room for an entire week with a suspected diagnosis of cancer. You can imagine how I took this news considering how much I love my cat. I went into a state of such sadness, hopelessness, and anxiety that I actually developed a skin condition that was lurking in my DNA, waiting to be triggered by a traumatic event. During this time, Justin offered
thanks for following.
To pray with me for Halsey to return home to us. So I did, praying to St. Francis of Assisi, who is the...
Is this their actual shrine? I hope this is another example of why Catholics are fucking insane. Change this image with literally anything. Change it out. Pick literally any human being that's ever existed. John Lennon. This is creepy shit. It's a cult. Thanks, Ashy Boo. Appreciate the 13 months. Like, you know, I don't want to be like big fedora boy here, but this is creepy to me. Super creepy.
The patron saint of animals.
I have one of those somewhere.
Was the only thing that brought me peace. It was the only time of day that I felt that no matter what ended up happening, I would be all right. Only when praying was I able to calm my anxieties.
Did the cat die?
It also helped me ask more questions about how prayer works, how you're supposed to pray, and what you're supposed to expect from God when He answers your prayers. I do it.
If this cat died, I swear to God.
I feel a little vulnerable sharing this with you all because I know it sounds silly to be brought to my knees in prayer over my cat when there are several other issues in this world that I should have been praying for all along that do seem much.
Wait, hold on. I don't think anybody's like thinks it's strange that she cares about her cat. That's weird to deflect. That's weird to hedge. Mary is a goddess, confirmed true. Your cat. Wait, what? Everyone loves their pets, right? I mean, not everyone, but like anyone who, you know, is a human person that's worth talking to, having any relationship at all. That person loves their pet, right? Like, I think we care about her cat a little bit. We're like, I hope the cat lived. It tells you her audience if she's like, yeah, I know some of you might think it's weird to cry about a cat. It's like, no, it's not. What is weird is that you found Jesus because of your cat. Why do you think Jesus gives a shit about your cat? Cats don't go to heaven. What are you talking about? Cats do not go to heaven. That's like explicit.
Sick. However, this must have been the journey I was meant to take, and I can't regret the path that brought me to where I am today. And evidently, our prayers for Halsey worked. We were able to bring her home and get our crazy-eyed girl back with us with absolutely no answers as to what made her so sick.
I thought you said she had cancer.
All I know is that my husband...
Oh, she said cancer diagnosis. Am I nuts? So her cat was fine. Okay.
My husband has been praying for years for my conversion and an opportunity for me to see Christ in action. And that may have been exactly
Christ in action? I'm sorry to tell you this, Kaitlin Bennett. Jesus Christ was not, in fact, a veterinarian. He was a carpenter, and your cat doesn't look like a table. He's not a veterinarian. Cats... Okay, so if the cat died, would you be more of a full-blown atheist? When the cat dies, are you just going to be just done? Because cats die. That's what they do because they're alive. Anything that's alive dies. Are you going to abandon your faith? There's a reason Jesus hasn't come back yet, and it's not because he's just waiting.
After falling on my knees in prayer in such a dark time, I now fall on my knees in prayer when I am overly joyful and thankful for the blessings I have today, which of course includes my Halsey girl. I'd like to give you some advice from a former atheist, specifically on how to raise your children to not end up like me. It starts by praying together every day as a family and making sure Christ is put first in your household.
Bro, these people are fucking wacky. Like, this is wacky shit. Slow Dog, thanks for the 200 biddies. Honestly, if she had just said the hallway shit caused a near-death experience or she saw God, I respect it more. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Creating traditions that last for decades into their adult lives and eventually into their own families ensures they never have to go to bed with anxieties about their eternal life. I wish I had discovered the truth earlier in my life, but I'm humbled to know that even a sinner like me was never forgotten by God. In the months since, I decided to commit my life fully to Christ and am currently going through RCIA to convert to Catholicism. Some of you may be wondering, why the Catholic faith and not just Christian?
Oh boy. Well, because my husband is a Christian fascist, so.
Or non-denominational.
It was kind of the
only
only
beginning
choice.
of this video, I mentioned that I asked several different types of Christians and non-Christians the same questions. The only answers that made sense were from the Catholic perspective. It is the only faith that can answer questions about the origins of the universe, the compatibility between faith and science, the way God reveals himself to mankind, the meaning behind sacred scripture, and the way in which he communicates his spirit to us sacramentally today. And the greatest...
Sacramentally. Oh, God. Bro, what's the science behind when you eat a cracker, you think you're actually eating this dude's flesh? Where's the flesh from? Is it just generic Jesus flesh? Is it specifically from the abdomen or the thigh? Is it his handhold plug? Seriously, are you eating the handhold plug when you eat a cracker? They're the same shape. These are the questions I need answered. Where's the blood from? Is it from the open wounds in the hands and feet? Or does that blood go through specifically the dick? Is it just no blood? I don't even know how it works. What are the answers to the questions? How did Jesus get so ripped? That's a good question. Did Jesus enjoy CrossFit?
This thing is that it traces all the way back to Christ himself through a clear succession of the apostles so that we can be 100% confident that we are receiving the same Jesus.
No. Don't laugh at that. No. Yeah, that's Gay McKenzie. Thank you. That's really what I was looking for.
As Peter and Paul 2,000 years ago, in exactly the same manner that he intended. As my priest would say, the other versions of Christianity that broke off from Catholicism failed to trace themselves back to more than a couple hundred years and failed to answer life's most important questions. When I'm seeking information, I want the full answer. I want to know as much as I can. I want the proof to back it up. And when it comes to Jesus Christ, I want to receive him fully. None other.
Okay, look, I'm like 15 years old in my head. You can't tell me you want to fully receive a man, okay? You just can't. I'm not capable of it.
Than Christ.
Well, for the right man. That's a bad joke.
One holy Catholic and apostolic church built on his rock Peter offered that to me. And none other than the Catholic faith gave proper respect to Jesus' mother, Mary, who said yes to Christ before anyone else. In addition to all of these things, I married my husband because I trust him. I trust him to be loyal to me. I trust him to love me, to protect me, but most importantly, to guide me as the man of the house.
Fuck, dude. Come on, bro. God. Guide me as the man of the house, please. Shut up. How about that? I'm the man of this house. Do I get to say anything from this side? That's what I want to know. By the way, the Catholic Church had a pretty strong stance against women saying stuff. So just quiet down, please.
I fully trust that his love for me.
This is blasphemy? Is it?
Would never have him leading me down a path that wasn't the very.
I don't think she's worshiping her husband.
Best for my eternal life. I urge you to attend a Catholic Mass, ask the parishioners questions, and immerse yourself in the history and
a woman can't be the head. Wow.
Tradition of the church, which is the only church that dates back to the foundations built by Christ himself. Then you'll understand for yourself. Thank you all for being so incredibly patient with me as I have stepped away from the toxic political culture
Do you think she likes the Pope? No, didn't the Pope say gay people can exist?
I found myself wrapped up in, and I thank you for allowing me to share my journey with you. Please make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss our next video. I promise it's going to be the most important video we'll ever make.
It's going to be the most important video we ever make.
A lot of you made...
No, shh. And this is the one where I'm preggers. Kaitlin Bennett double feature, sneak attack chat. You get 2 Kaitlin Bennetts back to back. Let me introduce this separately. Actually, let me just say, end of that first video for YouTube purposes. Next video. This is Kaitlin Bennett saying that she got bred in, okay? Kaitlin Bennett, breedable. Which, by the way, is a noble pursuit, okay? I don't think she was submissive. Actually, she was. She literally said that her man. Look at all this fucking. They keep doing this propaganda. By the way, I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. I'm gonna slow this down to normal speed so you can hear the dumb music. It is blaspheming. She's not wearing a head covering while proselytizing. That's against the Bible. Oh shit. You know what's funnier? Okay, this is way funnier. If you just okay. All right, first off, let me just say, okay? We're packing a little, we got a little something going on. Don't worry about it, all right? I think this is just way funnier. If you just stop it here and go, and Kaitlin Bennett, you can change this to just like, I got fat. She's not, and just pretend she's not pregnant, and just be like, this is her coming out video about like, yeah, dude, pandemic, and I discovered my love for baking, and it's just like, yeah, I blew up a little bit, and I'm embracing it. This is the big years. Thick ladies need love, dude. I'm fine with that, but she's not doing that. She got knocked up. I can't believe she got knocked up, man. Yes, I can. They definitely only have sex for procreative purposes. But anyway, that would have been a 30-second comedy gold. Just tossing that out there. I hope this kid's very happy. I hope they have a good life. Come on, dude. You're making me throw up. This is gross. That baby's sucking on a titty. That's little baby Jesus sucking on a titty right there, okay? The Enders. So I know it's natural during childbirth to poop. Do you think they have enough bedpans to handle the birth of both her normal baby and the butt child? I like to imagine that she still shits like wet burritos. You know what I mean? I hope that she still hammers them out the way she used to back in her college days. You know what I mean? What's her husband's name? Kaitlin Bennett's husband. Justin Moldau? This should just say, Justin didn't pull out. Damn, we gotta be more Jesus. He's sucking on titties out here, dude. Why do people act like being pregnant is a unique thing? I mean, I'm fine if you get excited when you're pregnant. I don't care about that. I have no problem with her being excited that she's pregnant. What I do have a problem with is, well, the entire way that this is going about it. Like, she's pretending like she's, this is just gross to me. Is that a bottle of lotion? No, it's hand sanitizer. Fucking liberals. Can't imagine they would have sanitizer in the fucking... Dude, what if the announcement isn't that she's pregnant? Because it says the happiest news of my life. What if at the end of this she's like, I'm getting a divorce? Because she hasn't said anything yet. They're just trying to like, What if something totally different? Did they put the fucking flowers on there? He's walking with his rosary out. This is how people walk, by the way. Justin's a short man. That is a little fella. Unless he's like is he just No, that's a human-sized bench. This is a normal bench, right? I feel like he's a short guy. Am I nuts? Oh, yeah, he's short. She's not tall. Yeah. Okay. That's where I came. Right up in there. I didn't pull out at all. It only took 5 minutes. Oh, sucking a titty just like baby Jesus. I came right in there. Pumped it full. I said, I'm gonna come. And she said, pull out, please. But he didn't. Mother and Child Chapel. In honor of Mary. Dude, churches are full of shit. Pregnancy is kind of disgusting. It's a swollen abdomen from a parasitic organism that fucks up your body. Well, have you considered the beauty of pooping on your child when it comes out? The Ender, 50 biddies. Can someone more talented than me edit this video to end with the clip from South Park where Randy Marsh takes a massive shit? No. How can you, in honor of Mary? You're Catholics. Everything is already that. This is so stupid. Just smooching the cross. That's what I think when I come. Thank you, Jesus. I had a little, not to toot my own horn here, but, I fucked a little today. Just a little, just fucking. And I did not think about Jesus while nutting. While shooting big fat ropes. I'm not thinking, damn, dude, I wonder if Jesus also shot ropes. Do you think Jesus shot ropes? I don't think he was hydrated enough for that shit. I'm going to be honest. Just saying. I don't think the dude ate enough. He looked really, really frail. I feel like he was piddly poofing. Dude, she looks like... Okay, look. Hey, look, hey. All right. I was just surprised, okay? She's fine. This is a beautiful moment. I'm really happy for them. Is that a dick? Hold on, chat. We got to figure out what's happening here. Can anyone find the... Nope. Hold on. Is there a good doctor in the house? I think this is the dick. That proboscis-like thing moving? I think it's a boy. That's all cum. Technically, we're all cum. That's true. Technically, where's the gender at? I think it's a nuchal fold. Yeah. I think it's the nuchal fold gender. Yeah. A human is a spoiled cum elemental? That's true. That's true. It's the chitty? Yeah, it might be the chitty. I don't know. What are the chitty percentages here? Anyway. Dude, why are they putting out this propaganda video about how they successfully... One of them nutted. One of them successfully nutted, and that's it. That's all it takes. There's no way Justin eats the box, right? There's just no way. He probably thinks it's gross, like DJ Khaled. He probably doesn't kiss her after getting head. Actually, he probably thinks head's gross. So, is she pregnant? They didn't really announce it. They just sort of rubbed her belly a lot. Are they sure they're not converting to Buddhism? Is that just what this is? Also, is this a nipple? And if so, why isn't there another one? What's happening here? I keep seeing this bump. Does she have one central nipple? Head is sodomy? I love sodomy. Jesus hung out with 12 dudes. They're together. Yeah. He was probably gay. That's fine. Yeah. Classic Jesus gay joke. Dude, he's really palming the basketball there. Well, that's a scoop. That's a double one right there. Look, I'm just tossing this out there. I don't think we need to be keeping... I think we don't have to touch the tum-tum every time. Do we? Like, yeah, it's 4 minutes of them touching her stomach, bro. Dude, he can't keep his fucking hand. She can't either. Wait, this is a way more flattering dress. Why didn't she just wear this the whole time? She actually look fine here, relative to the rest of it. You know what I mean? That other thing. This is not it. This is not it. I mean, I hope she feels hot in this or whatever. Like, I don't want Kaitlin to feel bad about herself, but like, yeah, this ain't it. This makes it look like a cult. The other one looked kind of, fine. Yeah, I'm not into this. Is this good? The title now happens here. Did he go to a community college to learn to edit? And he keeps doing the same editing thing over and over? That's it, huh? Slow pans? It literally was just slow pan. Oh, that's the whole thing. Did they have an announcement? They didn't actually say anything, so we can only speculate as to the reason that video exists. I do think, and this is just after years of being a professional internet person. I think it might have had to do something with the cum. I think maybe. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad I could, guide you guys through that announcement video. Anyway, that's the end of the Kaitlin Bennett got knocked up video. Was it what you wanted, chat? Kaitlin Bennett got knocked up. I hope that kid does okay. That's a rough, oh God. Kaitlin Bennett being your mom is one thing, but that guy being your dad, holy fucking shit. I feel like Matt Walsh would slap the shit out of Kaitlin Bennett's husband. You know what I mean? Did you get that vibe? I feel like Matt Walsh doesn't fuck around with the kind of dude Justin is. You feel sick? Wait, why do you feel sick? Why do you feel sick? Because Kaitlin Bennett is gonna procreate? That kid's gonna turn out fucked up, dude. To be fair, having a kid saved Hunter Avalon from being a dum-dum. Well, a total dum-dum. He's still kind of a dum-dum sometimes, but, Maybe it will help Kaitlin. I don't think that's the case, though.